Welcome to the Happy Black Woman Podcast, the show for ambitious Black women who want it all. I'm your host, Rosetta Thurman, and my mission is to educate, inspire, and empower Black women all over the world to create amazing lives and successful businesses. As a mindset coach and business mentor, I teach you how to achieve your big goals faster than you ever thought possible. And if you're ready to transform your mindset, get out of your own way, and become the woman you know you were meant to be, you are definitely in the right place. Now let's get into the show. Hello to all my happy Black women. It's Rosetta, and welcome to episode number 111. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm actually recording this podcast from the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii, my favorite place in the entire world. I've been here over the past few weeks working on some business projects and, of course, soaking up the amazing island sun. I had a lovely beach day over the weekend, and I've had a chance to hang out with my good friend Shauna, and we went to see Black Panther. It was an incredible film. I have been watching everybody's post about it on social media and the outfits and everything. It was amazing, and I can't wait to go see it again and probably again and again. So if you haven't seen it yet, I do recommend you go and check it out. We had an African dance team give a performance before the show for the premiere here in Hawaii, so I definitely love the experience. Now, I am excited to record a brand new episode for you today, and the topic is all about the 3 M's of building a successful online business in 2018. The 3 M's, the letter M, of building a successful online business in 2018. So much has changed in the landscape of growing a business online and getting paid to do what you love, whether it's a side hustle that you're using to supplement your job or something that you're hoping that's going to grow into a full-time gig so you can quit your job. There's so much that has changed since I started my own business 10 years ago, my first business 10 years ago. To now. I mean, I started out with my ugly little blog back in 2007, and if I'm honest, I kind of started blogging back in 2006 on MySpace. Who remembers MySpace? Oh, I kind of miss it. The days of MySpace. But anyway, there's been so much that has changed in the online landscape, and I want to share with you a few of my insights and lessons learned and what I see happening going forward into 2018. Now, I do want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by my 2018 Launch Your Business Live 3-day boot camp. It's happening April 6th through the 8th in Atlanta. We are going back to ATL, baby, this year. And you can go to launchyourbusinesslive.com. That's launchyourbusinesslive.com to grab your early bird ticket. We are down to the last batch of severely discounted early bird tickets, which gives you 70% off. That's 70% off of your general admission ticket. And it's only available for a short period of time as we wind down the last round of tickets. So if you want to save and get the best, lowest price possible, go to launchyourbusinesslive.com and get registered. We have an incredible 3 days planned for you of workshops where I will be teaching. I'll be bringing different speakers to really show you how to launch or relaunch or grow a successful location-independent business, doing what you love, which is exactly what we're talking about today. And we're going to dive in and be able to go deep over 3 days, not to mention the incredible networking that's going to happen where you meet all your fellow Black women entrepreneurs. There's nothing like the networking. We're going to have our awesome networking reception and 80s dance party on Friday. We have so much planned for you. Go to the website, launchyourbusinesslive.com, and find out if this is your year to really get connected with our tribe in person, and I want to meet you. So, hope to see you there. All right. Now, let's get into the 3 M's of building a successful online business in 2018. Let me tell you just a little bit about what I feel has changed since I first got into this whole online space and world. So if you've been following me for a while, you may know that my first business, I launched it back in 2008, so about 10 years ago, when I was in the nonprofit sector. My first business was as a nonprofit consultant, speaker, and coach, and I was really just focusing on people in my industry. I was working in the nonprofit field at the time. I was doing fundraising and leadership development and doing training and also raising money. And I just wanted to use my skills to build my reputation and share my expertise. And it turned into people asking me to do workshops and come travel and speak at conferences and all these different things. And I accidentally became an entrepreneur because I was putting myself out there online and people were listening to me and they were, sharing my articles and all of that. So I quickly built my online brand, and I wouldn't say it was super simple, but it was easier back then to build an online brand than it is now. I don't want to say easier in terms of technology. I mean, things have gotten easier in terms of technology. You can, have a website up in 5 minutes today. For those of you who are procrastinating, ain't no excuse. But in terms of what it takes to build your brand and your audience and your income online is just a little more difficult today, 10 years later, because there's so many people online. There's so much noise. There's so much advertising. Their Facebook ads didn't exist back when I first started. So there's so many things that have changed, but there are also a lot of things that have stayed the same. So the 3 M's I'm going to share with you combine what I feel has changed and what stayed the same. So the first M is your mindset. Well, let me tell you all the M's and then I'll go through them. So the 3 M's are mindset, money, and marketing. And the first one, mindset, I think is the most important one because that's where so many Black women get tripped up. That's where so many Black women get pushed out the game. They take themselves out of the game because they don't have the confidence and they don't have the faith that their business is going to succeed. They don't have the confidence that they can be successful. They don't have the mindset that anything is possible for me, and I don't care how many people out there are doing what I want to do. I'm gonna make it happen. And I think that two of the main things that have had me be successful so far. I mean, there's still a long way for me to go. Quite honestly, I feel like I'm just getting started. But the things that have helped me are having confidence in myself, believing in myself. Sure, there are times that I doubt and I get, down in the dumps about whatever, and I begin to doubt myself, but that doesn't last for long. At least I don't let it last for very long. If I had, then I wouldn't have been in business as long as I have been, because 10 years is a long time to go through the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, especially trying to make a living online. But it was my confidence that, hey, I know I got something great to offer. I know that I have a lot to teach and share, not just from my education, but from my experience and from, what God has given me inside of me in terms of being able to share inspiration and motivation with people. I've always been that way. It's been something that I have known was a gift for a long time. And so I have confidence in that gift and that it makes the possibilities in business and impact possible. So I should say that a different way. It makes what I do impactful in the world because I'm using the gifts that I have. So when you have gifts and you have gifts, but you're not confident about it, you kind of try to hide them, whether you have a gift of helping people with their relationships, or you have a gift of helping people with their finances, or you have a gift, and these are natural gifts, and there's probably for most of us a combination of your education, your expertise, your experience, and just something, the little special something that God gave you and nobody else. Maybe it's the way you say things, or it's the way you can pour into people, or it's the way that you just light up a room when you show up and make people feel good. Like that is unique to you, and it's worth a lot, not just monetarily, but in terms of how you can make a difference in someone else's life or someone's family or someone's business or someone's career. You have to have that confidence in 2018 that yes, your gift is valuable. And nobody else is going to be coming up to you saying, oh yeah, you're good enough. Like, you can't be out here looking for a cheerleader to lift you up every single day. You have to be the one to have the confidence. And yes, you may need a coach or a mentor, to help you get back up when you fall down, because we all fall down. But overall, you have to cultivate a sense of unshakable confidence within yourself. So when you do have those low points, you can, again, jump right back in. It doesn't last for very long, and you can keep moving forward, helping other people and making money. So that's a huge piece of the mindset aspect. And the second aspect of the mindset piece is faith. Having faith that even if you don't see something working out right now, that it's still happening. There are things that are happening behind the scenes that you don't even know what's going on. There are people who are being lined up to support you and help you and to work with you, to partner with you. And so many Black women give up too soon. And I don't mean like, if you want to build a successful online business, you have to be willing to put in the time. And by time, I mean years. So many people quit after a few months. Like, seriously, I've seen so many people start their website, they start their blog, they start their Instagram, they start their YouTube, and within a few months, they lose steam. And it's not because, I got tired, I got busy at work, all those excuses that people say. It's that they lost faith. They lost faith in themselves. They lost faith in what was possible. And whatever, your spiritual beliefs are, there is an element of faith that is required when you run a business, any kind of business, especially a business online where there's so many other people doing what you want to do. And you really start to wonder when things are not happening. Hey, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this really, give me a sign, is this really where I'm supposed to be going? And I'm here to say that it takes time for things to take off. It takes time for people to find you and discover you and to get used to you posting things and sharing things and being out there. You've got to give it at least 2 years. Like, that's the minimum. I was in it for 2 years with my first nonprofit consulting business, and I was able to quit my job after that. Like, if I had quit after 2 months, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I would have quit and be like, well, nobody's leaving comments on my blog, or, I haven't gotten my first paid speaking engagement yet. It took me several months before I got my first speaking engagement. From when I first started my blog to my paid speaking engagement, it was at least 6 months before that happened. But I was consistent. I still, posted my blog articles. I posted on social media. I connected with people. And then the reward came. You cannot wait for the reward to come before you have faith. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, right? Faith is the evidence of things not seen. What does that tell you? You're not going to see it. You're not going to see it, at least in the beginning. And from my experience, you have to be willing to be in it for at least 2 years before you even consider, maybe this is not the right thing for me. Because like I said, there is a lot of noise online. It does take people time to find you, and the numbers will be small at the beginning, but you can't let that knock your faith. You can't let that make you doubt, maybe I'm not supposed to do, maybe I'm supposed to do something else. No, anything that you're going to do, even if you change careers, even if you try to start another business, it's going to take time. So you might as well be in it for 2 years doing what you want to do versus trying to hop and skip over here and over there, trying to get an overnight success, because it doesn't exist. All right. So that's the first M. The second M is money. So money is a huge part of building a successful online business in 2018 and beyond. But, some people, when I say money, people have all different kinds of thoughts when that word comes up. We have a lot of feelings as Black women around money. The biggest barrier to making money in the online space for Black women is not charging enough money for our products and services. Not charging enough money for our products and services. So the money part is essential to your success. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care how many people say they love your content and all this online. You are going to measure the success of your actual business by how much money you made. At the end of the day, like, I know some people, they're like, it's not all about the money, and no, it's not. I mean, if it's just about the money, you're not gonna, last long. But money has to be a part of the equation so you can really measure, hey, is this working? Everybody's saying they love my Instagram, but they're not buying my products and services, or they're not willing to pay what I want them to pay. And the truth is that people will pay whatever you require them to pay. If you ask them to pay $20, they'll pay that. If you ask them to pay $200, they'll pay that. If you ask them to pay $2,000, they'll pay that. It's us. We're the ones who are undercharging. We're the ones who are scared to charge our worth. We're the ones who are afraid of what people are going to say when we start charging the kind of money that's going to allow us to leave our jobs. Let me say that one in another time in a different way. So you are the captain of the ship. You're the captain. This is your ship. This is your business, which means that you cannot allow other people to dictate how much money you make in your business. If they're not willing to pay the $200, fine. You keep it moving. You look for the people who do want what you have to offer, and they're willing to pay that price. So it's not people out there not willing to pay it. It's us not being willing to stand our ground and say, no, my work is worth $200 an hour. And no, I'm not going to give you a discount because you know me from 10 years ago when we used to work together. The more that you stand up for yourself and you say, hey, this is what I'm worth, and this is what I want to make, and this is how many clients I need to have, and really break it down for yourself and charge the amount of money that you know you need to charge in order to be financially successful. That is your job. When you begin to do that, when you allow yourself to do that, when you give yourself permission to do that, you will make so much more money in your online business. You'll be so much happier because you see things growing. You see money being put in your bank account. You see the fruits of your labor, because let's be honest, it is a lot of work. And what discourages people so much is when you feel like you're doing a lot of work, you feel like you're putting in the time, but your bank account is still at zero or negative, whatever, in your business. And you can't go and look at what's going on outside of you and blame other people. Oh, people are cheap, or they don't want to pay, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to rise up into your power and say and show people what you have to offer. Here are my products and services. Here's what they cost. Here's the value that you're going to receive. Do you want it or not? If not, cool. I'll go to the next person. If so, awesome. I'm glad we get to work together. I'm so grateful for that. So the money piece is less about what other people are willing to pay and more about, your willingness to stand in your power as a Black woman who knows her worth. And that's so, so real. So I just want to let you know that my entire financial experience began to change when I started to charge my worth, when I started to raise my rates and raise my fees, not just randomly, but because I knew that for years I was charging too low. And the way that I knew it was because I would resent my clients. I'd be like, you asking me for way too much for what you're paying me. Have you ever said that to yourself? Like, I know people have said it on their job, but even with your clients, it's like, you don't pay me enough for this. And that is a terrible place to be for you and the client, because nobody wants to be resented. Clients want to be thought of with respect and not like, oh, here she go again, sending me another email. She is not paying me enough for this. Fine. Make people pay what they need to pay in order to get your highest level of service. So that's the second M, is money, 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 money. You have to pay attention to it. You have to make it a part of your measurable results in your business. Otherwise, it's not going to come to you and you're going to get frustrated and give up. Okay, the third M that you need to build a successful online business in 2018 is marketing. Marketing is like a dirty word for so many Black women entrepreneurs that I have worked with and helped and coached and taught as my students. And there's no need for it to be. There's no need for you to be afraid of marketing or any of that. But what I will say is that if you are not willing to put yourself out there in 2018, there is no way it's going to happen for you. There is no way you are going to get the kind of success that you want online. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, and in two specific ways. You have to be willing to be visible to your ideal clients. Like, you have to be willing to deliberately put yourself in front of the people who are most likely to need and want your products and services. Not like visible, like, oh, I'm going to post on Facebook once a week. Oh, I made my post. I hope someone likes it. And go back to doing what you were doing. You have to be willing to show up on a daily basis, whether that's on social media or via email or on your blog or on a video, however you want to do it. It really doesn't matter as long as you pick a platform that you like. It's just to be visible. You can't dip in and dip out. And, sometimes, once a month you make a video and then, the next, you've got to be willing to be visible. I have a lot of different platforms that I'm on, but still I'm not on as many as I could be. Like, you could be on 2 or 3 platforms and be visible to a lot of people every single day. So I am on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, and of course I have my blog and podcast. Do I post on all those things every day? Hell no. Ain't nobody got time for that. But what's required is that you keep yourself visible on a daily basis on at least one of those platforms. That's all I'm saying. And you can pick whichever one feels good to you. But you can't just do this, double dutch, jump in, jump out every few months and wonder why your business is not growing, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, there was blogging for me. And whatever it's going to be for you, maybe it's video or something else, but it was so powerful for me to be visible on a weekly basis consistently. Like, I would blog at least once a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And people paid attention. They noticed because I made them notice. I kept showing up. Even when it was imperfect, even when it was ugly, even when I barely knew what I was doing, trying to get my website together. I just kept showing up. And that's my lesson to you, is just keep showing up. Be visible, and people will notice you. Again, it'll start off as a trickle of people, just a handful of people, and then it'll, more will come every year. More and more people will come until you have a room full of people, a virtual room or a physical room full of people, but you gotta stay visible. And the second piece to the marketing for this year is to be valuable. I have really been thinking over the past few weeks, how can I be more valuable to my tribe? Because there's a lot of things I've done in the past, and I've been evaluating and looking at my stats and seeing what you guys are responding to and, all of that. And just looking at what's happening in the landscape right now and what I'm seeing and what I am crafting my new content strategy around. This is one of the things I've been working on, is to be valuable. It's not about making the most content out of everybody. We ain't trying to be Gary Vaynerchuk around here. I love Gary V. He's very motivational. I listen to his podcast and I watch, his videos when I need to pick me up. He'll get you right. But it's not about trying to create videos every day and podcasts every day. And it's not about volume. It's about value. And what I've seen from my own experience and working with clients and seeing how people come to me, and I ask people, what made you, register for the event? What made you come all the way to Fort Lauderdale from the UK? People fly from all over the world to attend our events and to be a part of our tribe and to, register from our online programs. And I like asking people, why? And it's about value. And understanding what your ideal client wants and needs and values allows you to give it to them in whatever quantity you desire. So your marketing doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be nonstop 24/7 where you can't have a life, but it has to be valuable. It has to be value to the right people, not all the people. I am not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not right for everybody. Some people, they don't like the name Happy Black Woman. Some people, they don't like how I wear my hair. They don't like, I'm not here to please everybody. I'm not here to be everybody's friend. I keep my circle small, and you don't have to try to please everyone either. It is a losing game. I'm here for the people who want my help and who really want to be a part of our tribe and help other women along the way. That's what I'm here for. Everybody else, there's somebody else out there for them. So you don't need to be in comparison mode and be like, well, this person's doing that, and I heard I have to do this if I want to. No, you get to choose, like, how can I bring value to my tribe today? How can I bring value to my audience today? Maybe it's going to be an article, blog article that I write. Maybe it's going to be a video that I'm going to make. Maybe it's going to be a heartfelt Facebook post that I'm going to make because I feel inspired and I have a story to share, and I know other people would appreciate it. So bring valuable and be visible. That's how you succeed with marketing in 2018. And look, I'm going to be right there with you. You're going to be seeing some new stuff. I'm going to be doing a few different things with the podcast. I'm going to be doing, more Instagram. You'll see me more on Instagram. That is definitely a platform of value where I know I can reach a lot of you and really help you to shift your mindset so that you can achieve your big goals faster than you ever thought possible. My mission is to really help you create an amazing life and an incredible, successful business. And that is why I'm really excited to meet all of you who are coming in person April 6th through the 8th to Atlanta for our 2018 Launch Your Business Live 3-day boot camp. I do this event once a year, so if you've been wanting to come for the past few years, this is the time. Let's do it. Let's go. So again, if you want to join me in person and get more of this type of training, practical, real, truthful, honest, and hopefully inspiring, go to launchyourbusinesslive.com and get yourself registered for 70% off. I'm making it so super easy for you to come. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. If you want to come, create that possibility for yourself. All right, so that's what I have for you today. I also want to let you know that depending on when you are listening to this podcast episode, I have a special 3-day live stream event happening on my Facebook page. It is called the Launch Your Business Week, and I just came up with this. I have just been, again, soaking up this beautiful island vibe, and I have been really being creative and coming up with some ideas and deciding which ones I want to implement this year so I don't get myself overwhelmed and I can continue to provide value. So I do want to do more on the live stream platforms, and I will be doing 3 days of live stream trainings on the 3 topics we covered today. So I'm going to be going deeper on the live streams, and it is February 20th through the 22nd. So depending on when you're listening to this, you may catch it live or you may watch the replay. I will be leaving the replay so you can watch the recording. So again, it is on my Happy Black Woman Facebook page, and you can go to facebook.com/happyblackwoman, facebook.com/happyblackwoman, and you will be able to tune in on that February 20th through the 22nd. It's Tuesday through Thursday, and every day, each day at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be going deep on the topic of mindset and money and marketing for building a successful location-independent business in 2018, where you can work and play anywhere in the world. And that's really the ultimate outcome. That's the reason why I gave my all to my business, because I wanted the freedom that comes along with it, to work when I want to work, where, when, how, all of that. And I want the same for you. So join me on my Happy Black Woman Facebook page for Launch Your Business Week, 3 days of totally free live stream trainings. And of course, I'm looking forward to getting to connect with you as well. So with that, have a wonderful week wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Happy Black Woman podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, there are 2 things you can do. Number 1, leave me a rating and review on iTunes. It would mean so much to me, and it would help so many more women find the show so they can be inspired as well. Number 2, join our private Facebook community where you can meet hundreds of like-minded women from around the world. To join the group, go to happyblackwomantribe.com. And until next time, remember, you can do anything you want with your life, and no one can stop you but you.